Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Matters Monday because art matters. And we're going to be coloring in Art Matters as well as Color the Pacific Northwest. We will be continuing with our coffee page. So let's move on to the Arts Matters here. Say hello to everyone. Hello Celine. I hope you got to the back corner without dropping anything. Hello Dion. Is it Diane or is it Dion or I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I keep on butchering it. Hello Maribel. Hello, hello, hello to everybody that is out there in Lurkerville. So every Monday we color in Neil Gaiman's Art Matters because your imagination can change the world. It is illustrated by Chris Riddell. Hello Jen. And last year I did 100 Days of Hugs from a book that Chris Riddell did called 100 Hugs. And somebody purchased me this book, Miss Ashley. And I decided this year because I just really like Chris Riddell's work. And a lot of things in the book, reading it was very thank you. I'm glad I'm not horribly butchering it. But the different things and different aspects in the book were very resonating with me, so I decided that we needed to color it because it's all black and white. So we will be coloring this page. We'll do this page next week. There's no words on this page, but we'll color the tree and him in the tree next week. This week we're going to do the um, bank and the river. Hello, Yana. So this page says, I'll find a tree as wide as 10 fat men, clear water rilling over its gray roots. Berries I'll find and crab apples and nuts and call it home. So he has found the tree and it's a really big fat tree and he has moved into it. Here we have our water and here we have our roots from our tree and all crab apples and berries and all that fun stuff. Hello, Jamie. So now we have to decide what we're going to color this with. Um, for the coloring in the Pacific Northwest, I'm using the Felismo pencils. Did you want me to use the Felismos on this? This paper is regular reading book paper. It's not coloring book paper, so I don't know how well the Felismos will do on it. But if you guys want me to use the Felissimos, I will do that. If you want me to use something else, I will do that. I don't mind either which way. Hello, Catherine. I have pulled out the Felissimo colors if you want me to do it in Felissimos. Pirate pencils? I don't know. I haven't done the full review on those yet. Hello, Alex. What do you guys think? The pirate pencils or the Felissimos? Or the pencils with the worst name in the world because I still have those on my desk too. Pirate pencils. You guys are killing me. Just so happens that I have them out. So because I did go through. Do you guys want to see? So I have been working with the pirate pencils today and I did go through and rearrange them. Do you guys want to see them in my color order or do you want to wait until I do the review? Scooby-Doo pencils. I don't think I have any called Scooby-Doo yet. Oh, now I'm going to have to look for it. Yeah. Well, I can't say it's the proper order. It is my order. So as you can see, we have a lot of yellows and into our tanny tones and then into our oranges, into our pinks, into our reds, into our purples, into our blues. And there's a lot of blues. Pretty, pretty blues. And then into our green blues and our greens, into our browns, grays, and then our fluorescents. I know they do. And I refuse to go down that aisle. Hello, Ronnie. Hello, Dawn. Yes, yes, I did. I did know that. Michael's does as well, and I refuse to go down that aisle too. I have issues. So I have put them in my color order, and it was difficult because I can't see the numbers very well. I actually had to use my phone so that I could see the numbers. May never come back. Yeah, so we've got a lot of yellow, a lot of blue, and a lot of green. We've got a good selection of brown. I think there's too many of the really dark browns here that are way too close together. You can't really, there's a couple of small differences, but those four there, I don't know. Hello, Calamity. Ah, okay. So the letter pencils are this. So these ones here, the Scooby-Doo pencils, DBDSZYH. I'm going to rename them Scooby-Doo pencils now. There's not enough vowels in there for yabba dabba doo. All right, so that's the color order. Uh, grab my bag here because I did put them in a bag. And I've got the bag upside down. So I do have them in a bag. And we're going to start with some blues. Yeah, that's pretty much how Scooby-Doo talks. You are correct. All right, so we're going to start with this blue, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I want the helio turquoise and cadet blue. And the helio turquoise light. Hi, Pam. Glad you can make it. All right, so we're going to start on the water. I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, this book is not being very behaving on staying open, so I'm going to grab a clamp. Hold on 1 second. Got a giant clamp. This will make it do what I want it to do. So there we have it. That's better. All right, so I've got helio blue, helio or helio turquoise light, and cadet blue. So we're going to start with the helio blue. And I need my to-go. I did. I grabbed a really big clamp. I just don't delete it, Jen. I just go with it. And I don't know why Shyla is throwing a hissy fit, but she is currently throwing a hissy fit over something. Oh, that's not good, Maribel. Yeah, I skipped the delete too. All right, and then we have the waterfall coming down here. Let's put some water up here. And then we're going to do the dark behind it, like so. Okay, so the next one we're going to use is the cadet blue. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I will be doing a proper review on these pencils at the end of the week, after I finish editing the swatch video and putting your favorite music with it and all that fun stuff. So this is Cadet Blue. It's a bit of a gray blue. And if you want my lineup and my swatch chart, just let me know. And I will be putting a link to it on the review video on Friday. Yes, I'm making you wait till the end of the week. Maybe. We'll see. It might be earlier because of Thanksgiving, so I might have it done tomorrow instead. It might end up being a Tuesday video instead. It all depends. It just dawned on me that it's Thanksgiving week. So now that my brain is working properly and telling me what day it is. Ah, I will not be doing a video on Thursday unless you want to see me working on the turkey. Um, all right, now I want a lighter blue, so I want light aqua. Um, okay, so we're going to use a light aqua just to brighten up that water just a little bit. So these pencils are doing pretty good on this paper. Yeah, gobble gobble. I'll be making turkey on Thursday. I'll be making a pie on Wednesday. Hopefully the dog won't eat it before Thursday. Alright, now we're going to do some greens. So I need some greens. I need spring green, pea green, and asparagus green. That's not it. Okay, so there's spring green. Yes, fur babies can be sneaky. And Shyla has a thing about um, pumpkin pie. She will go through an entire pumpkin pie. Oh no! Well, we can see you typing, Celine. Oh, that's good, Jamie. I hope he's feeling better. Because going back to work when you feel yucky is no fun. Alright, so I need asparagus. Should be this one. Hmm. I can't find my asparagus green. Probably because I can't read it. There it goes. Asparagus. Aw. Well, I can see you typing, so. And hello, Celine. Welcome back. Celine had a naughty word. Oh dear. Alright, so we're going to start with the asparagus. Yeah, you said a four-letter word that started with sheesh. Pumpkin pie and cheesecake. Blech. Blech. My husband doesn't like cheesecake, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to do the shadowy areas. The only time I like asparagus is in a colored pencil. Oh, I know that feeling today, my dear. I know that feeling. So hopefully you can see the shadow areas. We're going to have a little bit, quite a bit of green going on here. She ran off. Some of the picture is pretty abstract, so you have to sort of just guess where it's going. I think that's grass, grass. That's shadow in there. And we'll do a shadowy area here. Try to tuck our page back in there. Just putting in a little bit of foliage in behind the trees. We have a bush here. Now before we get too far, you can probably see the lines here. Those are sunray lines, and that's what I'm going to put them as. That's what I assume they are for. So I'm going to actually grab a really pale yellow and put those sun rays in before I get too far, because I want that yellow to stand out. And if I put it over top of the dark, it's not going to stand out as much. Absolutely, and I hope it works out well for you. Alright, so I'm going to grab some pale yellow color. I think, well, we're going to actually do it in the yellow chartreuse. Now the yellow chartreuse is not a part of the 126 set. It is from the 72 set. So I have taken the two that are not duplicated, which is the yellow chartreuse and the shortbread, and actually added them to the 126 set. So if you do want one of my swatch charts, it will have 128 in it because I have added that those colors that are not in that set. Okay, so added a little bit to the water. Add a little bit here as well. And I've got all those sunbeams. You're fine, dear. You will not. So I'm going in with spring green. Celine, you're not allowed to be quiet. So I'm just putting the spring green everywhere that I see little bushy areas. This area here is going to be grass, and we'll use the grass green for that. Just want to get some of the... Now this bush down here has berries on it, so we'll remember to put the berries into it. It's all rocks. Alright, and then we're going to use our pea green. Sorry, not well, dear. And we're coming in and adding the pea green to that spring green. That's the best way. That's the best blanket is the fur babies. My fur baby's too big to use as a blanket. She's way too heavy. Oh, Catherine, I'm sorry that your arm's not feeling good. It's the way my back was. I'm so glad that that pain has gone away. Still have a small twinge in the in my lower back, but nothing to worry about as long as I don't sneeze too hard. Start it all over again. Okay. Just getting this bottom part here done, and then we'll move up to the treetops and the trees and that sort of thing. Now I need grass green. I just saw it. There it is. And I'm just putting little marks on. I don't want it to be too covered, but I want it to have that look like little grass marks. Like so. Leaving some of that white spot showing through, which I will go over with the lightest green and fill it in. You don't want her tummy, it's like mine. We're swapping body parts. Hold on a sec. Yes, I do. I do have them in my color order. Did you want to see? Hold on a sec. Switch it over to the main. So I did put it in my color order. And that's the color order I put them in. I left the fluorescents down here on the end because I may or may not use them. So I like using them as accents and stuff. So hello, Shannon. Yes, I do have a chart for the square roots, and I do have a chart for the root funer macarons. Going back to the close-up. Alright, now we're going to go back to the screen here. Oh, we're not complaining. Some of our tummies might be complaining, but we're just swapping body parts, Shannon. Oh, my pencils have run away. Trying to get the dark pencil and it ran away. Alright, so going back to the grass green here. Can you tell my dog it's no complaint to November, because she doesn't seem to be understanding that concept and is standing behind me whining? For no particular reason. She has food, she has water. She has full access to the outdoors. I'm talking and I'm not talking to her. Hello, Dion. Alright. Get this bank here darker. This area here darker. Alright, now we're going to oh, yes, yes. You are welcome to join us in trading body parts. Because if we're trading out ones that hurt for ones that don't hurt, I've got a few to trade. Alright, I need this one, I think. Yeah. So I'm going in with the asparagus, getting that darker area darker, if that makes sense. It's amazing how much detail goes into these little tiny pictures. No, no calamity. No. uh, give that one to Crashes. I don't know. Have you seen the contraption she has to wear for the next 3 months? Oh, well, yeah. There are some of mine that I could happily do without. Still debating on authorizing the doctor and just saying, okay, take it away. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. All right, so we've got a big old bush here on the edge of the bank. So I'm just putting in that green area for that. Then we need this one. There's some, I assume, foliage hanging off the edge here. Goodness. Talk about trading body parts and they just come crawling out. I forgot to turn on the members or subscribers only chat. My fault, sorry Shannon. That's funny, Yana. Alright, so now we're going to get into some of the browns. So we're going to start with one of the very dark browns here, because we have 4 of them, so we might as well use one. Let's see. Yeah, just going to use straight dark brown. A little bit of iron oxide. And a little bit of sienna brown and camel. Mars brown. What color's Mars brown? Yeah, a little bit of that too. A little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. Well, they do say he doesn't give you mountains you can't climb. Fun. I'm not singing it. My mom said that to me one day. It's like, I don't know what kind of chair he thinks I'm climbing these things with, but it's made it very impossible for me to climb, so. Put some of the dirt into the water here. Under the roots of the tree. Shyla, stop. I have no idea what she's whining about. Is my drawer in your way? Is that what was wrong? I had my drawer open from the grabbing the clamp. She's been whining at me ever since. I closed it and it doesn't seem to be helping, so I guess that wasn't it. Poor Shyla, yeah. Spoiled, rotten little. Fa la 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 la. Okay, so that was dark brown. Now we're going to go in with some iron oxide brown. Uh-huh. No, she's just being a bug. She hears me talking and then wonders where the people are that I'm talking to. And then she gets all upset because I'm not talking to her. She has food, she has water. She's just being she's just being a bug. Yes, you. You're fine. Don't be throwing things. Well, she's going to be coming home to her pint-sized boyfriend if she keeps it up. I will send her to you in a box. No, it was quite literally my drawer was open and she couldn't lay down in her spot next to my chair. Because she's laying down in her spot where my drawer is now that I've closed it. She's just a bug. Now I'm just going to blend it all together with the camel, giving it a little bit of that light, almost clay kind of color on this ridge here. Making sure that our light beam, our sunbeam, is still quite bright. There we have one bank done. And we'll come up in here and in through here. All right. And we're going to do our tree. We're going to grab some gray browns for that. So I'm going to grab warm gray, 50% here, as well as yeah, we'll use camel, warm gray 50%. And then we'll see, and some brown. I'm going to start with the warm gray. Good night, Dawn. All right, so let's start our shadow areas here. It does say in the part of the story here that the roots of this tree are gray. So we're going to do mostly a gray tone. We will add some browns to it, but we're going to do mostly a gray tone to them. I don't know how much we'll get done on the picture today. This picture's taken quite a while. There's a lot of detail in this little picture. So we're going to use a little bit of the Mars Brown. Just a little bit of it. And then we're going to use the camel. And then we're going to use warm gray 20% to blend it all in. Like so. And then we're going to grab some of our browns again. We need the dark brown under here because we've got a bit of a dirt bank here. And then we'll do this one. Let some dirt show in there. Well, I'm glad you're not nauseous anymore. Because being nauseous is no fun at all. So I'm liking the selection of colors. Although, like I said, the browns do have a couple of dark ones that are, I feel, a little bit unnecessary. A little bit of overkill on them. But they are they are going down very nicely on this paper, which is awesome. Now we're going to do the trees here. You know, and for a book, paper that isn't meant to be a coloring book, that's pretty good. So I'm just doing the outline of the tree. We've got some crab apples there. Another tree over here. Getting those shadows in there as well. contemplating muzzling the dog. I do not know what you're whining about. She usually does this if there's food left over from dinner, but there isn't, so I don't know why she's doing it. Now I'm going in with iron oxide. So I used the dark brown first, then I'm going in with some iron oxide. One back here, way in the back. That is difficult to get to. And I don't even know why she does it when she thinks there's leftovers, because she doesn't get them. I guess she just figures if she bugs me enough. And then sienna brown. And then a little bit of camel. Okay, now for our tree tops here. Well, you were having a party all by yourself. Well, I'm quite sure not all by yourself, but you were having a party. I had to check and see if I was too, but I wasn't. I usually end up in Top Chat for a while. Won't deny it. I do have a tendency. Let's not color the apples green. Thank you, Pam. Oh, I missed a part of that tree. Let's see, we need this one. I missed part of the tree. Like I said, with this book and doing this part of the work, it's not well detailed, which is typical for this kind of book. It's not meant to be a coloring book, so it's not going to have all those heavy details. But some areas are, whether they look like they have a lot of detail or not, once you start coloring them in, you end up seeing how much detail there actually is. in black and white your eye doesn't catch it as much, I guess. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Then once you start adding color, your eye catches it a little bit more. Alright, now we're going to add spring green. Just for those final touches at the top of the trees. Brighten the rest of those greens up a little bit. Alright, now we need a bright red, so I need I need chili pepper. That's the color I need. Chili pepper, chili pepper. I need some chili pepper. The one thing I am actually really enjoying with this set after I put them in order, there is actually some really good bright reds. Well, you are always having a party. Your host. Oh, Shyla, stop. Alright, so let's put some reds in here for these apples. Alright, and then we'll put a little bit of scarlet red in there as well. And there are our crab apples. And then down here we've got some berries in this bush here. So let's fill those in. There we go. And we've got another bit of tree up here. So we'll get that done. And then we've got some sky to do. And then we'll actually be able to move on to the coffee. Hopefully. Alright, and then we're going to go with this one. Bob, can you see if she'll take her vitamins? Maybe that's what she wants. She only takes her vitamins from Bob. She won't take them from me. She's very strange when it comes to things. She's a strange animal. You're sewing? All right, Jen, have a good sleep. I'm almost done here with this picture. I'm going to go in with cloud blue. And do the sky. I'm going to do it really loosely. This is exactly what she wanted. She wanted her vitamins from Daddy. Spoiled dog. All right, so I need to do this area here. All right, so I'm going to switch you back over to the main camera here so you can see the masterpiece with the shadow of all the lights in my house on. So again, it says I'll find a tree as wide as 10 fat men, clear water rilling over its gray roots. Berries I'll find and crabapples and nuts, and call it home. So there we have it. Next week we will color this side, and yeah. So that is our Art Matters for today. It was a little bit more detailed, but than our normal Art Matters, but that's perfectly fine too. I'm going to keep this clamp with it so that it makes it easier to hold the book open next week. All right, so moving on to our coffee page. So as you can see, I have not gotten anything done on the coffee page. I've been busy. I'm busy. So we're going to work on some bees and some leaves and that sort of thing. I'm going to move the Artex pencils. I'm going to put them in with the yellow for now. I have all my Felismo separated into different color drawers so that when I am finished with the whole set, I'll be able to put them in a drawer for each color. So I'm going to switch it back over to the close-ups. So I did get a couple of coffee beans done, but that was about it. Yeah, I haven't gotten a whole lot done. But we're going to do a bee. Let's do a bee. I'm looking for a specific color. It'll probably be the last one I pick up. Maybe it's not in here. Alright, so let's grab our funny little thing here. Number 46 is Jolly Grand. So we're going to start with a Jolly Grand, and that is not going to work. So in order to sharpen the Felismos, they are a wider pencil and they are square. So I use the Staedtler and I use the graphite and color hole because it's a nice big. It accommodates the size of the pencils. All right, so we're going to start here on the bee. Let's start with some dark yellow. Now I'm assuming these are bumblebees because they are pollinating. See, they've got pollen. So all the bumblebees I've ever seen have more yellow than black. They still have the black and that on them, but not as much as is like a yellow jacket. One of those nasty bugs that hurts. Yeah. This one hurts too if I get stung with it, but because I'm allergic. Alright, now we're going to go into cream soda. I think that's the one I want. Yeah. So this is cream soda. I'm just blending it right into that darker yellow. And leave a little area open there for a highlight. Yep. Yep. Yeah, when we first got Shyla and we first moved to this house, um, she decided that she was going to bring me a bee and drop it in my chair, and I didn't notice that she had dropped it in my chair. And I sat down, and it crawled up on my hip, and it bit me. I started going into shock, and hubby rushed me off to the hospital. Yeah, it's not fun. So that one was number 46, which was Jolly Grand, and number 73, which was Cream Soda. And this one here is Taffeta Seam, which is number 107. And it looks like I have to clean my sharpener a bit. Alright. And then I'm going to put 107 down here for the pollen as well. And some cream soda as well. Like that. Don't want it too dark, but I don't want it to look like just a white blob either. Now, let's see. I need number 182. Which is Midnight Walk. Sharpened kind of funky. But now I'm not going all the way in. I'm trying to leave a little bit of an area for that highlight to still show. So I'm just going over that area really lightly. Yeah, I didn't even think of this page last month, Shannon, for your prompt. I knew I had a B page somewhere. I couldn't find it though. Okay, so we're coloring his eyes with that dark black gray color. And his little thing here, and here, and his legs as well. Like so. Alright, now we need a blue. And I think this gray here as well. What number is that? 192. Actually, let's use 191. And I need this blue. So we're going to do his wings. And the dog has decided that that was not good enough and is still whining at me. So I'm going through the edges as well as the veins in the wings with elderflower spritz, which is number 170. And it's a very, very, very pale blue. It's almost a light, not even a seafoam. It's a little bit under a seafoam green blue. And of course you can't see it very well. There is color there, I promise. Alright, so I'm going to take that dark gray here and we're just going to pencil in the other wing. So you can see it underneath. Like so. Alright, and then we're going to, yeah, no, it doesn't need to be dark on the wings. And then we're going to use, where's the name on this one? Cold Snap, which is a bit of a gray blue. And it's a fantastic color for snow, for your shadows and snow. And I'm back to using the Felissimos, just so you know. I've moved on from the pirate pencils, and I'm using the Felissimos. Just to confuse everybody. Now we're going to put a little bit of a dark shadow in here for the leg as well. Like so. All right, and there is our first bee. I'm thinking I might need to get a little bit darker on the yellow here. Maybe a little bit of rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. So this one here is rubber ducky. It's number 84. And I'm just going to get a little bit darker in some of these joint areas here. Give it a little bit more oomph. Very boring looking bee. Oh, my husband's throwing things around his office. I think he's getting tired. And there we have a bee. Yes. Yep. Come mid-December, I think we're all done with the snow. Some people start really early on coloring Christmas and winter pictures, and then come the start of December, they just want to be done with it. I don't start that early because I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy winter pictures, so. And Christmassy pictures and that sort of thing. All right, now we're going to go back in with our pale yellow. And we're just going to put that highlight all the way through. Like so. All right, and there's our first bee. Now the flowers of a coffee plant are almost white. They do have a little tiny bit of a very pale brown in them. I think this one here is the one I'm looking for. Yes. So I'm going to use pumpkin pie and white for the flowers. So on the flowers, the little pollen areas here are a light tanny brown color with a little bit of yellow mixed into it. So I'm going to put the tanny brown color on first, and then on the flowers as well. The shadows are a tanny brown color. They have a little bit of brown in the base and in the veins from the pictures that I was looking at, because I have never grown coffee, so I have never seen a plant bloom. So we go by pictures. I'm quite sure there's plenty coffee places out here that grow coffee. I just have not been to any of them. So, all right, and then we're going to take our white and possibly a little bit of custard rice as well. Just to do a little bit of a progression. All right, so we're going to start with our, this one is custard rice. And it's really hard for you guys to see these colors. They're very, very pale. In some areas, it's very hard for me to see them. So if I'm having difficulty seeing them, I know you guys are having difficulty seeing them. So I'm just enhancing and filling in the yellow for the pollen areas. Like I said, it's a very, very pale yellow. Mixed in with a very, very pale brown. And then it's going to have white over top of it. So it's going to be a very, very pale coloring, but it will make a difference. When I first started coloring, it was either fairies or Christmas pictures. Those were the things I was coloring, fairies and unicorns or Christmas pictures. Again, I'm just going over it all with the white. And filling in the petals. We got a lot of pale coloring today. Oh, nice. Yeah, no. My Christmases have always been at home, wherever home is. Thought about maybe going up and seeing my dad for Christmas, but up in Nova Scotia it's already started snowing a whole bunch, so I won't be going there. All right, so there is one of our flowers done. So we've got another flower down here, so let's do that one because it's really quick. So we've got our, this one is pumpkin pie. I don't know why it's, well, I guess it's kind of a pumpkin pie color. More of the pumpkin pie spice color. This is a leaf that is, yeah, that's a pod. This is a flower petal, that's a pod. Nice. And then we're going to use custard rice. Yeah, I don't get along well with snow, so my body hurts too much with snow. I love the look of it. Won't be out playing in it. All right, then we're going to go over the center bits here with the yellow. And then over it all with the white. Like so. Hello, Della. All right, so I'm going to switch you over so you can see what I've done so far. I don't know if you can see that so well, so I'm going to zip you down a little bit. So as you can see, there are colors on the flowers as well as the bee's wings. Going to finish this coffee cup here and the decanter, I think, today. So let's go back over to the close-up camera. And just trying to decide what color to color this coffee cup. We've got one that's blue. We can either have a second one that's blue, or we can do a different color. What do you guys think? Should we do a pink one? Don't know if I have any purples out. Don't think I do. You can do pink or purple or blue. You think they should be matchy-matchy? Alright, well, let's do the matchy-matchy. Alright, so this one goes in there. And where did the other one go? Yeah, we'll do the matchy-matchy. That one goes in there. Those ones go in there. Just trying to make sure I don't end up with pencils all over the place, so that I know where they are. Alright. Now I need the blues. I can't remember what blues I used, so we're going to guess. So I think the first one was the Blazing Azure. I'm going to guess by which ones have the sharpest points, because that means that I used them recently and sharpened them. That's how I'm going to guess this. You always say blue. I was gonna say purple. Jamie wants purple? You sure you avoided that COVID stuff? Somebody better check your temperature, girl. Alright, I'm going to turn the book just slightly here. Just putting in that shadow areas so that I know where I'm going with the color areas here. Oh, they're going to spill coffee. Sacrilege. Yeah, I'm glad that you have avoided it, but I'm surprised as well. Yeah, and that could be as well. There are people that get absolutely no symptoms. They get zero symptoms and even test negative for it, but they've got the virus in them and can spread it on to other people. It's very interesting. All right, so the next one I'm going to use, I don't think that was it. Let's see, what color is that? I think it's this one here. Is Surreal Sky. I'm pretty sure that's the color. Yeah. Maybe not. Close enough. They're not going to be 100% matched because I can't remember what colors I used. I know I used Surreal Sky on the edges with the dark blue. So now I just have to remember what this color, I know this one is the really light blue. We use this for the shadowy areas to extend that dark blue out a little. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't mind me if I get quiet and just trying to keep in the lines. The Felissimos are a bit of a chunky pencil, so keeping in the lines can be a little bit difficult when you've got a thin line, a thin area. All right, so the next one is, let's see, what's this one? No, don't remember that one. Where did it? I put my chart. There it is. Put my chart somewhere. I don't remember where it is. Let's see. I think number 53, maybe? What do you guys think? For this color here? 53? Or 34? Or 61? Maybe 61. No, it's got too much green. I think it's 53. I think it's 53. Yep. Skydive. I remember now. So number 53 is called Skydive. Yep, that's the color. Blame it on the lighting. Yes, exactly. I just want to at least get one of the colors the same. It's the lightest color, so. Or the main color of the cup, so. Gotta at least get that right. And then we're just going to start lightening our hand a little bit as we get closer to that lighter area there. Like so. Make sure that I'm still on screen. And then we're going to take our lightest blue, which was this one. Pressed a little too hard there. And then I think it was this one here. take our blender and we're going to smooth it all out. Oh, hit something on my blender. I want this to be kind of shiny because it is a painted cup. Good night, Calamity. Have a good sleep. And I'm just going to finish up this cup, and then I think we're going to call it a day. For some reason, I've got a sniffle in my nose. I hate it when I get a tickle in my nose and it just whistles. It's annoying. I'm going to take some of that darker color and blend it in a little bit more, I think. And get this inside the cup shadow going on there. Like so. And then just blend it in. Like so. Alright, now we're going to take our blender and then we will color our coffee. I think that's pretty good. We've gotten a couple of flowers done, a coffee cup, an entire scene, you know, those little things. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the wild willow. Around the edge of the coffee here. Put in a shadow. Not a lot of coffee seeing that you can see here, so. And then I'm going in with burnt sage. I'm going around all of the little fiddly bits there. The pretty little art that the barista has poured into the coffee with the creamer. Not anything I could ever do, but you know, some people have talent. I've seen people like do full little paintings on people's coffees. It's like, wow. Just with a jar of milk. Steamed milk. It's like, wow. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I do not have that ability. Alright, now I'm going in with shellac umber. Just in the little areas that the coffee has come up through the milk. And a little bit of, don't want pumpkin pie, I want sweet tea. And then we want white to blend it in. Like so. I think I'm going to darken up the coffee a little bit. Just a touch, because there's not a lot of it showing, and it's not showing a lot of contrast. And I want a little bit more contrast. Like, that's better. And then we'll blend it in with the sage there. Now, have I put you all to sleep yet? Or and make it a happy little cup of coffee. Ah, thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look at the picture. I'm going to switch you over to the main. So we've got our wonderful little bee, and I will continue on with the bees. We've done the coffee plant flowers and the 2 coffee cups, a couple of coffee beans, and the berries of the coffee plant, and some leaves. I will be working on this also on Wednesday, and I'm not going to be filming on Thursday. So hopefully on Wednesday I will be doing a little bit throughout the week, and I'll film that and play it at the start of the stream in fast forward so that you guys don't miss anything. I'm pretty much going to do everything the same as we've already seen. The only thing that I haven't showed you that showed you on how I'm going to do it is the pods, as well as the decanter and the stems. So we may cover that on Wednesday, and then I may do the rest in fast forwards or on my own. Good night, Della. Sleep well, dear. 3:30 a.m. is just too early. So that is what we will work on Wednesday. I will try to work on the bees, the leaves, and the rest of the berries and the rest of the flowers off camera and or off stream, and I'll record them and put them up with each of the lives. So tomorrow we do have a um, tutorial Tuesday, so tips and tricks Tuesday type video tomorrow. And I'm going to show you something that I learned finishing off the last picture that we did, the craft room. So I will, of course, be filming that, and you can watch it at any time. And of course, Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday, and we will be live. Thursday, I'm not going to be putting out a video. That's usually our Art Therapy Thursday, but I will not be putting out a video on Thursday. And then, of course, Friday is our Felicimo Friday, and we will have a Fun Stuff Friday video as well, reviewing the Artex colored pencils. And that's our week. So I hope that you guys can join me. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy. Not only does this help us out with our own self-esteems, but it also helps out with our analytics with the YouTube company to make sure that they send other people over to see and hang out. And of course, always, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Have a wonderful week, a wonderful Thanksgiving if I don't see you before then, if you are in the United States. And yeah, until next time, bye bye for now.